Hey friend, what if I told you Earth has more volcanoes hidden than you could ever imagine? And they're all lurking beneath the waves. These aren't just geological curiosities, they're the silent architects of our planet, profoundly shaping everything from marine ecosystems to the very ground we stand on. Prepare to dive deep and discover the secrets of Earth's unseen fiery giants. Picture this. We're plunging into the inky blackness of the deep sea, far below where sunlight dares to reach. A remotely operated vehicle glides through the water, its lights piercing the gloom like an explorer's torch in a forgotten cave. Suddenly, the seafloor comes alive. Jagged peaks rise up, spewing plumes of superheated water mixed with minerals, and strange, alien-like creatures cluster around vents that look like chimneys from hell. This isn't science fiction, it's the real deal, the world of submarine volcanoes that most of us never see. These hidden behemoths are out there right now, bubbling away, building and reshaping our planet in ways that blow my mind every time I think about it. Let me hit you with the scale first, because it's absolutely staggering. We all know about famous land volcanoes like Mount St. Helens or Vesuvius. There are about 1,500 active ones on dry ground. But underwater, scientists estimate there could be over 1 million of these volcanoes dotting the ocean floor, especially in places like the Pacific. Yeah, you heard that right, 1 million. Recent high-res radar surveys have uncovered more than 19,000 new seamounts, which are basically extinct or dormant underwater volcanoes, adding to the tally we already knew about. And that's just the ones we've spotted. Tons more are probably hiding in the depths, uncharted because the ocean is so vast and hard to explore. It's like the Earth has this secret underworld party going on, and we're only peeking through the keyhole. So, how do these hidden giants silently shape our entire planet? Oh man, where do I even start? Let's talk formation first, because understanding how they come to be is key to grasping their power. Most submarine volcanoes pop up along the mid-ocean ridges, these massive underwater mountain chains where tectonic plates are pulling apart. It's called seafloor spreading. Magma from deep in the Earth's mantle wells up through the cracks, cools in the cold water, and hardens into new oceanic crust. Imagine the planet's skin stretching and healing itself with fresh rock, mile after mile. Others form its subduction zones, where one plate dives under another, melting and forcing magma upward. And then there are hotspot volcanoes, like the ones building Hawaii from the seafloor up, where a plume of hot mantle punches through the plate. The lava doesn't explode like on land because the water pressure keeps things contained. It often forms these cool pillow shapes, like squished blobs stacking into mountains over millions of years. These processes aren't just cool trivia, they're the backbone of global geology. Submarine volcanoes are literally creating the ocean floor as we speak. They drive plate tectonics, recycling the Earth's crust and influencing everything from earthquakes to the continent's drift. Think about it. Without them, the oceans might not even exist in their current form. They release massive amounts of heat and gases, including carbon dioxide, which can play into climate change over long timescales, though sulfur dioxide from big eruptions can actually cool the planet by reflecting sunlight. And get this, the energy unleashed in a single underwater eruption could power an entire continent if we could harness it. We're talking megaplumes of hot water shooting up thousands of meters, carrying minerals that eventually settle and form or deposits we mine on land. They even trigger tsunamis if landslides happen during eruptions, reshaping coastlines far away. But here's where it gets even more fascinating: the impact on life. You might think the deep ocean is a barren wasteland, but these volcanoes turn it into a thriving hotspot. Around hydrothermal vents, often called black smokers for the dark, mineral-rich fluids they spew, entire ecosystems flourish without sunlight. Bacteria use chemicals from the vents to make energy through chemosynthesis, feeding giant tube worms, blind shrimp, and weird snails that look like they stepped out of a sci-fi movie. These vents are like oases in the desert, supporting biodiversity that's totally unique. Some scientists think life on Earth might have started near similar spots billions of years ago. Of course, eruptions aren't all rainbows. When a submarine volcano blows, it can release toxic gases like hydrogen sulfide and massive heat waves that cook nearby marine life. Sediments and ash can smother reefs or disrupt food chains. But nature's resilient after the chaos. New lava creates fresh habitats, and nutrients like iron fertilize the water, sparking phytoplankton blooms that feed fish and absorb CO2. It's a cycle of destruction and rebirth, keeping the ocean dynamic. Recent studies show these events can even influence ocean currents and weather patterns, like how equatorial flows get stirred up by volcanic heat. Speaking of recent stuff, explorers are uncovering new secrets all the time. Just this year, in 2025, scientists predicted that axial seamount off Oregon's coast is gearing up for an eruption soon. It's already rumbling with thousands of earthquakes a day. This guy's one of the most active underwater volcanoes we know, and it's been studied intensely because it's wired up with sensors like a patient in ICU. Then there's a never-before-seen chain of volcanoes near the Cook Islands, discovered hiding under the Pacific waves. Some might still be active, which is thrilling and a bit scary. Off Chile, 4 new seamounts were found bursting with life, from corals to sea stars, proving these places are biodiversity gold mines. And in the Marianas, there's this submarine ring of fire with over 60 volcanoes, at least 20 bubbling with hydrothermal activity. Expeditions like the one on the Nautilus in May 2025 are mapping these areas, revealing how plate tectonics sculpt the seafloor. Let me tell you about some famous ones to make this real. Take Krakatau. Yeah, the one that blew in 1883, killing over 36,000 people with tsunamis and ash. It's mostly submarine now, a caldera under the sea between Java and Sumatra. Then there's Loihi off Hawaii, slowly building what could be the next island in the chain. It's like watching a baby volcano grow. West Mata in Tonga erupted spectacularly in 2009, spewing bonanite lava, a rare type we hadn't seen fresh before. Kickham Jenny in the Caribbean is a feisty one, known for bubbling gas and threatening ships. And Havre Seamount in New Zealand had a massive 2012 eruption that created a floating pumice raft the size of a city. You know, diving into this stuff reminds me why I love our planet. It's alive, constantly changing in ways we barely understand. These hidden volcanoes aren't just rocks. They're the pulse of Earth, feeding life, building land, and even influencing our climate. Next time you're at the beach, staring at the waves, think about what's down there, quietly working its magic. If you're as hooked as I am, grab a book on oceanography or check out some deep-sea footage online. Who knows what we'll discover next? The ocean's still full of mysteries, and these fiery giants are just the beginning.